Vincenzo Romano, the boss of the Romano crime family, sat at his lavish desk in a dimly lit room. The city outside hummed with the noise of its usual chaos, but inside, it was eerily quiet, save for the soft clink of his expensive watch. His empire stretched across the city, built on years of calculated risk, loyalty, and ruthless decisions. But today, Vincenzo wasn't thinking about power or money. Today, he was thinking about what it all meant. His trusted lieutenant, Sal, entered the room. He looked nervous, his usual calm demeanor shaken. "Boss, the deal's done. The shipment's on its way." Vincenzo barely acknowledged the words, staring out the window, lost in thought. Sal had always been loyal, but loyalty in the world of crime meant little if you didn't know how to let go of the past. "Sal," Vincenzo said, his voice low but heavy with a lifetime of regrets. "You ever wonder why we do all this? All this killing, dealing, taking lives for a few dollars more?" Sal hesitated. "It's what we do, boss. It's how it's always been." Vincenzo chuckled darkly. "How it's always been? That's exactly the problem." He stood up, walking over to a shelf lined with old photographs of men he had once called brothers, men who had either died or betrayed him. They were all gone now. The money, the power, it all seemed meaningless in the face of his isolation. "You know," Vincenzo continued, "I've spent my life making deals, but every deal comes at a cost. Loyalty is a currency, but it only buys you so much. It buys you a seat at the table, but when it comes down to it, there's no one left to share the meal with." Sal wasn't sure what to say. He had seen the way Vincenzo had transformed over the years, from the hard-nosed boss who ruled with fear to the man now questioning everything. "Boss, you've built an empire. You can't just walk away from it," Sal said, his voice tinged with concern. Vincenzo turned to him, his eyes tired, burdened. "I've built it, yes. But what's it worth? What's the point of ruling a city if no one trusts you? What's the point of power if you're the only one left to enjoy it?" A long silence filled the room. Vincenzo finally sat down, rubbing his temples. "I've made enemies. I've lost friends. And for what? A bigger pile of money? A nicer house?" Sal stepped forward, sensing the shift in the air. "So, what now, boss?" Vincenzo smiled softly, almost sadly. "Now, I think it's time to make one last deal. A deal for redemption, not power." He picked up the phone and dialed a number from an old contact. It had been years since he'd spoken to them. The line crackled before a voice on the other end answered. "This is Vincenzo Romano," he said, his voice steady, "and I'm offering you something money can't buy, peace. I'm ready to walk away from all of this." As Vincenzo hung up, he felt a strange weight lift off his shoulders. He knew the world wouldn't change overnight, but for the first time, he felt like he had a chance to change himself. Sal stood quietly, watching his boss. For the first time, Vincenzo wasn't the invincible crime lord, he was just a man, trying to find a way out before it was too late.